Connor McDavid, the one-man band.
When will the William Nylander saga ever end?
And whose hot start is actually legitimate?
This is the NHL Spin on Yahoo Sports.
Okay, Connor McDavid set an NHL record by being on the Oilers' first 9 goals of the season. Nick, does this say more about Connor McDavid or the Oilers?
The Oilers, unfortunately. McDavid's going to play, 24, 25 minutes a night. That's huge. But the other 35 minutes, somebody's got to score a goal. And the fact they didn't says a ton.
Yeah, I will say this about the Oilers' third period comeback over the Jets, however. I think that was the biggest period of the entire season so far. It really turned the optics for the Oilers, who would have been coming home after a 1-3 start, where all the insecurities were sort of reinforced from their fan base. And now they're 2-2 under really difficult circumstances, and they have a little bit of momentum coming home now.
Speaking of momentum, the William Nylander contract talks seem to finally be crawling along. Leafs general manager Kyle Dubas went all the way to Switzerland on Wednesday to meet with the right winger. We know Cuthbert has been awesome in his place, but there's a Matthews-Nylander connection. They want to get that back. How do you see this situation playing out, Justin?
Yeah, I think this is obviously a positive sign, and if it wasn't, then I think we'd have to be, we might be trending towards a divorce. But I do think that both sides do want to be together for the long term. Why it hasn't happened yet is because William Nylander is dealing with 2 major uncertainties. One being that if he signs, he might sign for so much less than the other superstars on the roster. And second, that he thinks he might get traded, and if he takes that cut or that discount rate, then he did so for no reason at all but to play for another franchise. So if he didn't have to worry about the second one, which might be the purpose of the trip, I think he might accept the first, but he needs to be convinced first.
Yeah, that second one's a real problem, and unfortunately the way the rules are written, they can't even give him a no-trade clause if they wanted to in the first 5 years of that contract. So all Dubas can do is give him this handshake deal, and that handshake might not be enough.
And what better place for a handshake agreement than on the neutral ground of Switzerland?
So, the beginning of the NHL season has been crazy. It always is. We have a small sample size of games. So let's decide for you what's legit, what's not based on what we've seen. We're going to start with the Anaheim Ducks, Justin. 5-1-1. What do you think?
Not legit. John Gibson is the only person who could be mentioned in the same breath as Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid in early season MVP talks, but he can't hold that dam from breaking the entire season. Mike Matheson, 2 games for his rock bottom on Elias Pettersson. Legit?
I like it. I think it's legit. Yeah, the intent wasn't necessarily dangerous, but it was a reckless play. And if we cut out reckless plays in hockey, it's going to open it up. It's going to be a better sport. All right. Ottawa's offensive defenseman. Erik Karlsson is gone, but somehow Thomas Chabot and Maxime Lajoie are killing it. They're 3rd and 4th in scoring among defensemen. What do you think?
Yeah, Thomas Chabot is legit, but Max Lajoie, 1 goal in 56 American Hockey League games last year. I don't think he keeps this up. Finally, plus 13, the New Jersey Devils are on fire to start the season with 4 wins and 0 losses. Are they legit?
They're perfect, and I think they're probably pretty good, but I would not say legit, not based on what we've seen. Keith Kincaid has been unbelievable. You're not going to get that. Kyle Palmieri has also been way outside his normal levels. I don't see this continuing. It's a team that's got some talent and they play cohesively, but they just can't match up to the Eastern juggernauts. Playoff team maybe, elite team no.